Guys, I'm back. Kind of have to use the bathroom when I can. Okay.
Oh, hello there.
It's freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
Maybe she didn't hear you. A little louder.
I said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
Come to think of it, I should. Where can I get one?
I don't know, some kind of a store? Maybe a general store? Look, man, fuck the hat. I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else.
Okay.
My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
And what's your name?
Estelle.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, some masculinity below that timidness.
And your surname?
Why?
Why indeed, forget it.
Okay.
I'm just trying to make her like me. And what's that device you have there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still. Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
Contact microphone?
Contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
What am I supposed to do with this?
No idea.
How does it work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
Where'd you get the mic from?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Elysium.
What's the Elysium?
Oh man, you haven't been to the Elysium? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole.
Okay.
It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Sounds interesting. Who's Arno?
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum going kind of person.
Go back to the mic.
Yes? Okay,
Okay, what are you doing out here?
recording I guess.
What are you recording?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
What happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them. I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
And what are the recordings for?
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Okay.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
Take this, you're called.
No man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
That it's supposed to be a music
That?
place.
The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
And who are these boys?
Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Music stuff, mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
You mean like the headphones your boyfriend
Yep.
sold?
They were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those.
Yeah, leave the stuff outside.
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
Now this is where a hat would come in handy.
Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat. Go ahead.
Tell me more about the music place.
It's supposed to become like a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that, yeah.
Did you put the padlock on the church
No.
door?
Not really, no.
She's trying to get out of a direct lie with semantic tricks. She personally didn't put the padlock on the door.
So this isn't yours?
It's Noid's.
Why did Noid put a padlock on the church door?
To keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez. I'm sorry. It's got the worst weirdos. If you get around to it, ask Andre about them, he'll tell ya.
So you want to turn it into a
I
club?
know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, don't get me wrong, but you're cops, right?
Yes, why do you ask?
Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys. Because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
I'll talk to
They're
them.
inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else? Go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, that's it for now.
Bye.
Okay. So they've probably been here for a while.
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
Push it
The
over.
pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk. The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men, all in forward-looking apparel, reminiscent of the sticker on the padlock, are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
You squeeze it.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this. I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Okay.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
I mean, it looks like he bleached a little more than just the tips of his hair.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Shake his hand.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg!
Okay.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
How many music venues have you
We
organized?
have many in the pipeline, officer.
That means they haven't set up a single one yet.
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
Was there something you wanted your friend to sell so there's a problem with the
Oh,
church?
so you've met her. Good, good. Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of Narcomania on the coast.
An attempt to pander to your perceived conservative sensibilities. No person his age would ever use a word like narcomania with a straight face. Don't fall for it.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads. Burnouts.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Reversholt.
Strike that. The world.
Like, there's people in it. Why did you padlock it?
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there were the worst kind.
Not only that, but how can they leave if you've padlocked it?
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
I feel like you may be laying this on a bit thick. What's really so bad about them?
They're spooky.
What do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just wanna spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you,
Okay.
Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
Okay, tell me more.
All right, man.
Why don't you put a padlock on the door?
I did ask Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in a hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
How long have they been locked in there?
Not long, like a week maybe?
I hope they haven't starved to death.
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called exams. You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter there.
%85 is not good enough when you're dealing with another person's physical well-being.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that.
Okay, I need the key.
Of course. Lloyd, give the officer the key. All right.
Be the cool cop.
It's as if time is frozen somehow. You think you can sense the key moving in the air. Yeah, this is going to be way cool. Blam! Straight in the eye. Straight in the old eye hole. In the looking ball. A stabbing pain. Tears stream uncontrollably from your right eye.
Oh god.
Man, I'm super sorry. That was totally my bad. I got overexcited. Threw him too hard. I'm sorry. I really am sorry, man. Just take this, okay?
Well, looks like there's quite a lot there.
Sure.
I hope that settles it. Or wait. The key?
Hey, Mazel. How are we doing? We're doing great. I just got a snack and baby's currently sleeping, so... I realized that I probably could have found this forever ago, and I didn't, so... And I've got plans to get my camera hopefully back by the end of next week.
He is shifting in his spot, uncomfortably, still feeling sorry.
I mean,
for
it's
the
all
mishap.
here. I have to sort some things out in this room and stuff.
We were talking about the padlock, I think.
Okay, other question.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's
As
all for
always,
now.
we'll be...
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good. It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
How are you doing, Masco? Can you tell me anything about the sticker?
The sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Interesting. He wants you to describe it, though he already knows what it looks like.
Why describe it if you already know what I mean?
So I can hear you do it. Sometimes the outside gaze helps us reflect on things.
Noid, don't bother our guests with your games.
Piss off, Andre. Me and Mr. Cop are trying to discuss art.
Oh boy.
You shouldn't talk like that.
You're doing great brainstorming on ideas on what buildings you want a 3D model. Nice. This is for the game that you're trying to make, right? I don't mind a little foul language here and there.
The ban on foulness. That's the moralist plot to alienate us from our bodily function so they can control us more fully.
Nice. Well, what kind of setting are you going for? Like, do you mind telling me a little bit about your game and stuff? If it's all top secret, I understand that too. I might see if I can get, because Mux is in school for coding right now too, like for software development, and he's been looking into like some gaming stuff as well as like working in Unity, because I want to try and make stuff for the Unity shop. And then he's been doing like a lot of web dev stuff through class, and the bot that I use is actually a custom bot that he made for me. That's why I don't have any commands right now. We have to put it together. Daisy, but in VR. Okay, hang on. I have to message my husband that, if you don't mind, because we have a Quest 2. Technically it's his, but I get to use it. Eventually, once things are set up enough and the baby's big enough, I'm going to be doing Green Hell and Skyrim, heavily modded Skyrim in VR, so... So he's actually been looking into learning to try and do VR stuff himself as well. Bit too early to get excited. You have to groundwork. Have to get groundwork. Fuck. Do you want to know how many projects me and my husband have that like get started and then never finished? Yeah. You're too apprehensive to ask for outside help because you can't provide compensation yet. Well, I mean... if you want to hit me up on Discord, I'd be willing to, like, chat with you. If you liked my 3D work, I guess. Because, I mean... yeah, why not? Not that I'm trying to, you know, get in on anything, but, you know, just... I totally get not being able to... A beta and alpha releases are going to be free of charge for the sake of testing. Oh yeah, no, and that's like, I mean... keep it in mind, but no promises. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. No worries. Either way. I'm currently going through some rigging tutorials to try and learn how to make custom, like, advanced rigs for Blender. For creatures and that sort of thing. And then I just tried signing up for a website to try and make a little money on the side, but apparently their waitlist is like 4 to 12 weeks right now. But I think I'm gonna try and rig this it was just like a little quickie sea monster that I made. Just for the purpose of trying to learn how to rig, because it's not standard, and that's kind of what I need to learn how to rig. So I'll I might try to rig that today or tomorrow. I mean, the big thing for money these days is free to play, and then you add cosmetics. People love that shit these days.
Anyhow,
just reasonably priced. Like? Recently gotten into Palia and like... oh, and everything, like a way to earn stuff in-game too, because... jeez, Palia is like the worst example of that, so... A yellow circle, a human face with X's for eyes and a smile underneath. I think the X's mean the guy is dead.
Good. What did you want to know?
no special paid cosmetics. You can't bring yourself to ethically do that for an open world survival game. Well, I mean, so me and Max talk about this a lot, and we don't mind the idea of paid cosmetics if there's three conditions really for us. And I know I think I've seen this kind of mentioned in a few places too, is if the game is free to play, absolutely go for it, because if I can play it for free, and that's how people make their money, then that means that people can play, and those that want to support it can. Reasonably priced. For example, like, what was it that I think I heard about Diablo 4 that, like, the cheapest thing on the store, like, cost, like, 20 bucks or some shit? Like, no. I'm not gonna pay 20 bucks for pixel clothes. No, not gonna happen. And then 3, either let it be bought outright, so like you pay for it, with cash and you get the item directly, or if it's done with currency, so you say buy a currency like a la Smite's gems or something like that, then have a way to earn that currency in game. If those 3 things are kept in mind, I have absolutely no problem with paid cosmetics. I don't even mind if the game is, like, pay to play. If it's not, like, let's say if it's, like, 20 bucks or less, and then there's paid cosmetics on top of it, that's not that bad either. But if it's more than that, and then you have microtransactions, that's where there's problems. This school Elysium was made by your fellow countrymen. Where are you from, if you don't mind me asking? I'm assuming this game... Estonia. Okay. I was gonna say, I'm assuming this game is from somewhere in Europe. Possibly with French roots, as there's a lot of French in this. The Baltics, basically. Okay. I always find it so cool seeing, like, where people are from that come to my chat. As odd as it sounds, I have a lot of, like, European and Eurasia kind of area people that come and hang out here. What makes the sticker so modern?
Simplicity was brought to us by classical soul artist modernism, but that was a tasteful, harmonious simplicity, right? Well, hardcore is not tasteful or outwardly harmonious. It's a warning shot. This will be dangerous. The echo of man's loss, haunting him.
You've had some Canadians tell you that Estonia is a better Canada for some reason. Well, I mean, so I'm a Canadian, but I'm currently actually living in the States. So I'm going through immigration right now, because, Mux is American, so I moved here to be with him. And I'm currently going through immigration and everything, so... That said, the area that I'm in is nearly identical to where I was living before. And in some ways, it's better. You aren't touching the US until they get their shit together. Where I am is actually not that bad. I'm not gonna say it's, like, perfect, but it's not, like... So, for example, currently going through immigration, and while I've lost access now, they gave me free healthcare, while I was pregnant. And through, like, the birth and stuff, to make sure that the baby would be okay. So, like, I'm not saying that's perfect, but, like, that's pretty damn nice, you know? That's pretty damn good. And it's just, like, I don't know. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's... Honestly, I don't see what the difference is. Everybody always used to say whenever I would just come over to visit, they would be like, oh geez, it would either be, oh my, the States must be like terrible, like how bad is it down there? Or they would be like, oh, it must be so nice to go down there, because everybody thinks that like everywhere in the States is just inherently warmer than Canada. And it's like, I think that where I was before was actually further south than where I am now. If anything, it's like pretty much about the same. And I used to always tell people, no, it is literally the exact same. The only difference is they have more possums. And I like animals. I like possums. And when you're driving down the highway, there's a lot more ads. All you see are ads for, what's it? Weed, sex, and church. So it's like, next exit, sex shop. Get your weed here. Save your soul. And it's like, you just see that over and over and over again as I'm driving for like 8 hours through Michigan. I've told some people that do like road trips through the US that, and they laughed their ass off, and they said, that is the most accurate description of the differences I have ever heard. So... It's all about the same. Actually, I used to live in a city, in one of the major southern cities in Ontario, Canada, and now I live pretty much in the middle of nowhere, and I freaking love it. I am not a city person, so... You come up with the stuff by yourself?
Not alone. Many people are thinking the same thing right now. There's a gathering at the Elysium. The beat is the same for all.
Is it a dead guy smiling?
Yes, you're the 23rd person to get it right. And I've asked 23 people. Looks like it's a dead guy smiling to the entire human race.
Why do you think that's
We're
so?
all the same. Same eyes, same smiles, same death.
As weird as this guy is, he's not entirely wrong.
We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile?
Well, Masco, when I'm finished this, I'm hoping to start... Well, okay, not even when I'm finished this. I'm hoping to start once I finish the... Once I figure out how to rig, like, on my own. I'm hoping to start doing a stream where I can try and... start making my mascot and some other stream assets and stuff that I want to do in 3D.
The present moment and life are the
So I want to make like a new webcam frame and probably do like a custom dish for the tip jar and stuff like that. So I've done some stuff on stream before. I don't know, like, because you're from Risen's chat, right? If you know his dancing squirrel, if you've seen his dancing squirrel emote, I actually made that for him. It was a quickie, but... I took on that commission, like, right at the end of my pregnancy and was like, oh god. Give you a sec? Yeah, no worries.
Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really
I'm, like, wasting so much time.
I guess one could write an entire...
Okay, I have to go and try and find my gun. I'm assuming it's gonna be up here.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Oh my god. What the hell is this?
Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now! Show me your hands! Right now!
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. A flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand.
Thank you so much for the sub, Mascal. Seriously, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. I never expect subs, so thank you. Thank you very much. I can't hear the notifications myself right now just because I'm not wearing my headset. But I see it. I got one regardless. Well, me and baby appreciate it because my sub money will probably end up going towards buying baby toys. So
Her hand is trembling from some sort of
thank you.
neurodegenerative disease.
What the hell are you seeing? That was my question, because if you look very closely... then I'm pretty horrified, so I got nothing.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
Easy, ma'am. Take it easy.
Failure to comply. Suspect is displaying aggression.
I have a bad feeling for this.
Officer, under duress.
Her eyes bulge with terror. Veins protrude on her forehead.
You're looking even closely and you're still confused. It is an old woman with lights strapped to her back, like sirens. A siren box, a megaphone, and she's got my gun.
I am the police. Don't move. Don't move. Hands on your head. Suspect is armed and dangerous.
I'm not moving.
Suspect is on the loose. Suspect at large. Officer, administer street justice at our own peril. That one extra lid with a baton or extra knee strike above was what was actually required. Suspect is under control. Suspect is under control.
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
You'll have to go for the gun sooner or later. Perhaps you can learn crucial facts before you do.
We can solve this peacefully. Please lower the gun.
Officer in need of assistance. Suspect at large. Get on the ground.
Ma'am, please. We want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon.
Let's just talk, alright?
Disturbance reported. Authorized deadly force. Sector, take the shot. Big red key. Big red key.
Siren lady, yeah.
Big red key. That's code for the battering ram. Cop talk. You know this.
Okay, please identify yourself.
It's the goddamn police shitbag. Hug the pavement. You're under arrest.
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampoules and packets sticking out of the mountain of police gear on her back. Medicine or drugs?
Are you on drugs?
Confiscated contraband. Restricted access. 2 kilos missing. Eyewitness report compromised.
Okay.
I don't think she's on drugs. Being off drugs might actually be the problem here.
You're not the police. We're the police.
Back up! Back up! Status unconfirmed!
Just Lieutenant W, if retire Harrier Dubois, 41st Precinct. This is my partner, Lieutenant Kitsuragi from the 57th.
No. Oh, no. No. I thought Mr. Moran. Gareth. Aggravated assault! Man down! Officers in pursuit!
I'm wondering if she was a cop and she has PTSD.
There's a scenario unfolding in her head right now. It has
That's what it
nothing to do
seems
with
like.
what's happening here.
What's the situation, officer?
Law enforcement compromised! Impersonating a police officer!
Does she not believe you two are actually police officers?
Or my bad.
License and registration! License and registration! Come in, dispatch! Sector! Azimuth!
That's pretty sus imposter moment, yeah.
It's not a code, just disjointed words.
Okay, I want to see if I can get any more...
We can't leave. A delirious civilian is pointing firearm at us. Your firearm. You need to solve this.
Oh, I was hoping I could just leave enough to change my gear. Okay. Hang on. Alright, hang on. I'm just gonna pick you up and put you back up there. I'm moving along. There you go. There you go. He was moving a lot. I didn't want to risk him getting stuck somewhere. What's the worst that can happen? I mean, I could get shot, but I don't know if I can die. Oh, well, we'll see. It's a red check. I can't do it again. So, fingers crossed.
She's frantic,
Oh, I failed.
confused, teetering under all that gear. There's an opening if you just move fast enough. If not, the lieutenant's got her in his sights.
I'm gonna fail.
Sure, you're you, but how do we end this? She's not just gonna let you leave.
I'm coming. Go for it. Why not?
Suicide by cop! Split-second decision! Eat lead, scumbag!
Oh my god. In your peripheral vision, the lieutenant releases the half-squeezed trigger.
God, I almost blew her head off.
What is this? This isn't police issue. Police weapons have bullets. This isn't real. Police don't always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
What the?
Grab the gun, right now. This might be your only chance.
Pick up my gun.
No one ever cares anymore.
What's a bullet here? Hole here or there anyways. Well, what the? Yeah, no kidding. I was expecting it to go worse. And I failed. You okay?
Great gears are grinding to a halt. The machine is powering down. She's all out of jolt.
Yeah, I'm gonna have hubby help me do a couple things to try and get the room in order this weekend. So hopefully by next week sometime, I'll be able to bring the webcam back. Yay. Although then I'll have to actually get dressed when I stream, so.
Oh, we need to figure out what to do with her now.
Everything in its own time. I mean, I've essentially been lazy for the last, like, 2 months almost. Essentially, like, if we don't go out, I don't get dressed. And I don't do, like, a lot, so... Streaming... Potentially, he wouldn't know that. I mean... It's not too bad, but no, like, 'cause when the camera comes back, I have a redemption as well that the regulars will remember. It's called Make Kitty Burn, and essentially, you can spend ladybugs to make me do, like, a set of exercises. Usually, like, what I was doing was either some type of curl or, like, squats. It has to be something that's, like, feasible to do on stream in front of the camera and stuff. So. If anything, that's one reason to get the camera back, is so I can start working out again. Kind of get back in shape. I'm not that bad, actually. I think I'm already at or near my pre-pregnancy weight again, but there's still, like, I was up at that point, so I'm trying to get back to my normal. You do handstands and sit-ups when prompted on stream. You also wear antlers and sing. I have antlers for Christmas. I also have a Santa hat, and then I have cat ears that I crocheted that I used to have on my headset that I want to get fixed again. Actually, oh, I might have a good idea. There was a pet store that recently opened, and they gave everybody like a cat ear headband. I wonder if I could use that and attach my cat ears that I made and use that for my cat ears. That could actually work better. The cat ears I just used to wear all the time, though. I kind of want to get back to doing that.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
I'm very sorry this is how life turned out for you.
Her scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the person inside doesn't even know you're there.
What do you think is happening to her?
She's in a stupor. I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Could be days when they get like this.
But why is she like this in the first place?
Honestly, I don't know. Dementia, probably. Dementia and Channel 8. And loneliness.
Neurodegenerative disease.
Her hands were trembling and she did seem uncoordinated. But what are we gonna do with
I mean, there's no way I could do a handstand. Sit-ups, my leg exercise would work. Or sorry, my core exercise would be nice to do. But I don't do... I mean, I could try to do sit... The problem if I did sit-ups is nobody'd be able to see it. Because of where my camera is. Because that would otherwise actually be a really nice option. Because I do need to work on my core for my back issue. But that's why the squats.
I don't think there's any need for that. In her current state, and without a gun, she isn't really a threat to anyone. We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family.
Yeah, Titus sounds like the man for the job.
Then we can ask him once we get back to the whirling. But we have to hurry, because it's late, and they might have already gone home.
I hear like a banging, and I can't tell if it's coming from the game or upstairs from what Mux is doing. You're not living a healthy life necessarily, but you're not morbidly obese or frail boned, so you must be just doing something right. Yeah, see, I'm technically quite overweight. But I'm also at, like, I'm at a weight that a lot of people would, where if I were to say that, they would be like, well, Arn, you're perfectly fine, you know? So it's like, I'm kind of like that right in the middle. The problem is that I have an underlying back condition. And, weight is something that aggravates it. So, losing weight and strengthening my core is actually going to keep me from becoming paralyzed below the waist, essentially. Because if my back gets worse, then essentially the nerves that go down my legs could potentially get cut off. I've got like a slip disc. My spine right above my sacrum is slightly out of alignment. And then the disc is slipping between the two vertebrae where they're out of alignment. Which is causing some like swelling and apparently some slight pinching off of the nerves and stuff. So losing weight so there's not as much strain on my back is pretty much, and as well as strengthening my core to help supplement the support is essentially what's gonna help save my back and everything.
But I think we're done here for now. Let's head out.
More power to me.
This is done.
It's not that bad. Like back when I was in Canada, they did like full MRIs because they thought it might have been something else. Because I had like this numb spot on my leg, which is just like nothing serious, like even remotely. It may or may not get feeling again. I think it's actually, I have a paintbrush here. Can I feel it? I think I've started getting a little bit of feeling back in it, but it definitely doesn't feel normal. Like, it doesn't feel the same as the other side. And I don't know if it probably never will. So they did MRIs to see what was causing it, because when they did some other tests, they saw a little bit of weird stuff. And that's when they found out about the spine. But they didn't think that any, like, other treatment was necessary or anything. Just kind of, you know, exercise and losing weight and all that jazz.
Please.
Which I'm gonna try to work on.
Leave the radio on.
Reflex to what? Being left alone. She stands motionless, just a heap of clothes and fleshes now. Maybe if you search her once more. Rigorous self-critique.
I don't know if I'm gonna keep this.
Hard facts from the man you are. You once jerked off in the locker room and were caught. You held a young woman by the arm and kept her in your apartment for 20 minutes against her will. That's right. These are not flights of fancy. These are real deeds, Harry, emerging from the darkness of your past.
I probably will forget this.
Suspect in the foot, but hit him
because this is not
pelvis,
overly helpful.
For life. And above all, you let life defeat you. All the gifts your parents gave you, all the love and patience of your friends, you drowned in a neurotoxin. You let misery win, and it will keep on winning till you die, or overcome it.
Yeah, because this is failures. I have to... I do need a skill point to forget. Okay. Okay,
The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under her mountain of RCM paraphernalia.
It'll be nice when I can start biking and stuff again.
Is one of those things a police cap? There were narcotics in there, too. You're thinking of taking them.
Pick up the RCM cap.
She doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking lieutenant's cap from her mountain of RCM paraphernalia.
Oh, is that yours?
I think so.
The lieutenant nods.
This game has amazing wording. You strive to be as intelligently worded. I mean, when that's a large part of your game, you kind of gotta make it work, right? Shake her shoulder.
The old woman doesn't react to your touch.
Leave her be. Where's the hat? Yes. Hat. That gives me another authority, too. Sweet. Okay. He's like, I don't really like any of the glasses. Actually. Okay, I think we're gonna go to sleep now. English isn't your first language? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, obviously. I just mean that, like... that would mean that you speak 2 languages better than many people speak 1, judging by your chatting. I speak a little French. I still want to learn more. Like, I want to actually learn French.
It's getting late.
But now, if I'm
raining.
going to be in this
Time to
States,
call it a day.
I'll probably want to... I'm wondering if I should try to do Spanish, too. Okay, let's sleep for the night.
Officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
You learned German in school for almost 6 years as well. You don't remember much of it now. Yeah, I don't remember as much French as I would like. But if someone were to come in and type in French, I would probably have an idea of what they were saying. I'm not going to say the translation would be perfect. But...
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hat.
well, I've almost leveled up, too.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
Go to sleep.
Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
Just checking on the baby. I'm kind of paranoid. He had a really, really bad coughing fit last night.
Baby.
He's okay, but...
A million little lights in the dark.
I'm not gonna
You're one
lie and say I wasn't
fine
worried.
instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
Recorded in you forever on Faraday.
Spinning, tell me, am I dreaming?
No, you're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the mind. The flash. The bang. The endless learning experience.
Spinning on empty. We tried to sing, it didn't go well.
It goes for untold hours. at the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising, rising, above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
It's the world, Harry boy.
I do think it would be fun
And
to do
you're
another
made of it.
thing on this.
Every day you're
Get to
out
the 3D
there,
stuff now. You'll hit me up if you need info
make
on something.
more
Yeah,
of
no worries.
yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't.
Thanks for hanging
be
out, and thank you again
unmade
so much for the
now.
sub, Masco. You okay over there? Yeah. Okay. I need to figure out what to do. Well, I have some ideas for my animated emotes. I just have to actually do them.
You can never forget this shit.
The rain, the snow. I don't want to. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless keepsakes.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
Right, I am an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
For the greater good.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
We're making progress, measured, steady progress.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Feel the pillow under your cheek.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time. Good. You're up. Listen, there's something that's been bothering you for a few days now.
Okay.
It's a suspicion, or a feeling really, that things are not quite in hand around here. An earth-shattering deduction from your psyche. What will those guys come up with next? Every day, things seem to spin more and more wildly out of control. The center isn't holding, and despite your efforts to moderate and contain these energies, things only seem to be getting worse.
Thought things were going pretty well.
Oh, sure. You've been making progress on your case, interviewing people, solving side tasks. But who's focusing on the big questions?
What am I supposed to do?
You've got to find out who bears la responsabilité.
What exactly is the responsibility?
The most awesome, terrible thing. It is human nature to crave la responsabilité and to deny it. That's why it must be distributed across many different organizations, agencies, offices, and portfolios.
I'll accept it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. This isn't some kind of dictatorship. You can't simply seize la responsabilité for yourself. It must be given by a legitimate authority, like a committee.
And who should sit on this committee?
Only the most even-keeled minds in Martinez. Your half-brother, the lieutenant, is a natural place to start. Together, you'll be able to discover who has la responsabilité in Revachol. And, if necessary, you'll have the wisdom and expertise to assign it among yourselves.
Okay.
Good luck. Your report is eagerly anticipated.
So I guess we'll talk to him.